morning, Nimitz Nation, and welcome back to Viking View here in Nimitz High School. Students, are you interested in going to the medical field? If so, Mountain View will be in the Nimitz Library tomorrow at 1:50 p.m. Make sure to report to your class before you decide to attend the presentation. Also tomorrow, we will be having Men's Warehouse come and visit you students in the library all day. They will be presenting to you how to dress for interviews, business meetings, business competitions, and etc. See the library for more information. And now to the Dave Kids for sports.
Good morning, Nimitz Nation. I'm David with sports. This week on November 14th, the boys baseball have a meeting in the cafeteria. The meeting will start at 4:30. For more information, contact Coach Sean Wong in the baseball locker room. And to all boys who wants to play soccer, the trials will be this Friday on November 16th. Make sure you bring your physical and your paperwork on Friday. No paperwork or physical will be picked up after this date. You will not be able to try out if you didn't contact Coach Camacho in room 283. Now back to you, Walter.
Before I go, I'd like to leave you guys with this message from our teachers who served our country selflessly. At the end of World War I, it was at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918 when Veterans Day originated. Fun fact about World War I is that this year is a 100th year anniversary. Veterans Day did not become a national holiday until the year of 1938. Veterans Day is not to be confused with Memorial Day, a U.S. public holiday in May. Veterans Day celebrates the service of all U.S. military veterans, while Memorial Day honors those who died while in the military service. Thank you for your service, teachers and Vikings. Let's have a great start to our great week.
I served in the United States Army, 3 years active duty as a tank driver.
I served in the Army and was there for 6 years.
8 years active duty.
Served in the military for a total of 13 years.
I served in the United States Air Force for 25 years, all active duty.
My entire tenure was 33 years. Following the lead of my father and his brothers, my uncles, who also served during World War II.
To sacrifice my well-being for the country.
Representing and fighting for our country's freedom.
Giving back to a country that's given so much to me.
Give back to the country that allowed me to the freedom that other people don't have.
I believe that serving my country means that I'm part of something bigger than myself.
The most important lesson I learned when I was in the military was time management.
A sense of loyalty to those who would do anything for me.
Pride, respect, responsibility.
Integrity, loyalty, duty, selfless service. You find out over the course of time that you're capable of a lot of things that you thought that you were not capable of.
The person I am today is very much someone who is a creation of that experience.
Sometimes you go there and not everyone comes back alive, and it's the reality of it that people die in the military fighting for freedom. Freedom is not free, and it's a harsh reality when you lose people that you fight with. I think that's the most difficult thing for me, just watching some of my battle buddies perish at the hands of the enemy.
Having to leave my family, my newly born daughter and my wife in the state of Wisconsin, where I had to go to Desert Storm, Desert Shield.
You start to let go of selfishness and realize that you're part of something that's very large, and in order to be a vital part of that, you have to let some of your selfishness go.
For me, I think the most challenging part was being away from my family.
I would say a long-term benefit of serving in the Army was the friends I made. I still talk to these guys 20 years later. They're like family to me. They're my brothers. I would do anything for them, and they would do anything for me.
The camaraderie, the esprit de corps, just being around fellow soldiers that have the same ambition as you, protecting freedom, fighting for our country.
To travel places I never would have gone before and see people and meet people that I never would have met before.
After you retire, a long-term benefit is that you have medical and educational benefits that you can use to advance your career after the military.
Try to pick a job that you can use as a civilian. I was a tank driver, and there's just not a lot of call for that as a civilian, so make sure you do something you can use that will take care of yourself in the future.
My advice for people considering enlisting would be to make sure that you get your education.
Think about what it is that you want to do in terms of what do you want to be a part of.
I would also ask a few people to go ahead and go to college first and then come into the military, because that way they can be an officer instead of an enlisted person. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I was a 25-year enlisted person, but there are a lot more opportunities.
It's a great opportunity to see and do things that you've never done before, and it's a challenge, and if you weren't up for a challenge, the military is a good place to go.
The opportunity you have when you're serving your country, I think, is a great decision, a wonderful decision.
Don't take this decision lightly, but if you do, it will benefit you greatly.
Please stand for the pledge. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.